Howdy Neighbors, David here. And today on Boondock Stallions, we're going to be talking about Calvin Ellis. Calvin Ellis. Ha! Got my first blooper. And today on Boondock Stallions, we're going to be taking a look at Calvin Ellis, more commonly known as the most popular and fan favorite of the Black Superman. Now, before we get started, go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. I'm already at 60 strong, and I'm really super happy that you guys are participating and hitting me up in the comments. Keep it going, and let's get this bad boy started. It's been reported that the WB and DC is in the works of creating a feature film with one of the Black Superman characters. Most likely, it's going to be Calvin Ellis of Earth 23 and his story. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, Calvin Ellis is basically Kal-El, obviously by the name, but he's in the multiverse. As I said, Earth 23, he's an awesome Superman. I really don't need to delve too much into his backstory. You should be able to piece it together. So, what I would like to talk about is an alternate Black character to be Superman, a character kind of my own creation. And if this character or a character like this already exists out there in the comics, please let me know in the comments so that I can look it up and read it. In my theory, my idea is, what if we take this story and set it in the main Superman timeline? In this one, we've already got the established Superman lore that we're all very familiar with. And it always seemed not right with me that Jor-El was literally the only scientist on all of Krypton to realize that the planet was going to explode. I mean, they were a planet with, they were a great ancient civilization. You cannot tell me that there wasn't a scientist somewhere on that planet other than Jor-El that could have figured this out. Maybe a brown scientist, a black scientist, a girl scientist, an Asian scientist, any other form of scientist other than Jor-El. And it seems like the story could look at this from an arrogant point of view. And I don't mean to throw shade at Superman. I mean, I've got the guy tattooed on my own arm. He is literally my favorite superhero, but I love storytelling and drama, and this is a really great way to tell a story using drama. And so the thoughts are, what if, say, a Black family realized that Krypton was doomed, sent their child to Earth around the same time that Jor-El was sending Kal-El to Earth, and that child was picked up and adopted by a Black family, but due to the time the spaceship was found and the adoption, I could see a Black family very much imposing the don't make a scene, don't stand out, don't be noticed for fear of not only racism, but the fact that this is an alien child and what the government might do to a Black alien child in the 1940s and 50s. Seems like you would get some really good storytelling, some very deep and dramatic storytelling from that character arc, and that character could show up after, say, maybe the death of Superman, as he feels that he never knew anything about his history. He was always taught to keep everything in the shadows and not be seen, and after Superman's death, he decides to take on the mantle as a Kryptonian to be a Superman, like John Henry, aka Steel, did after Superman died or was killed by Doomsday. This is just another way to bring in a new character with the same history that we know of Kal-El to go alongside Kal-El in the same universe. And you know, I know that they're looking at Michael B. Jordan for the role of Calvin Ellis if they should do a Black Superman movie, and I really like Michael B. Jordan. I think that would be, he'd really be a phenomenal choice, even though, you know, I do get a little iffy sometimes when they recast Marvel superheroes to DC and vice versa, but I also understand that, you know, good actors are good actors, and I'm more than willing to sit through that movie. But I also think that my little idea does tend to mirror a little bit of what Killmonger was doing in the Black Panther movie, only I don't want him to be like a negative force or trying to be opposing Superman. They're brothers. I mean, they're the last of their species. They're survivors of a lost world, and they should in fact work together. I mean, I know I said that it would be after Superman's death, but I feel that he would be just as good and true to what Superman tried to do. And I mean, we don't have to stick to the S means hope thing. It could be reinterpreted, reimagined for whatever comic book storyline, as they tend to do. Yeah, I really feel like this would do well set, during the civil rights time. It would really, really hit hard on the idea of racism and an alien, and how we would take on a whole new level of racism as we deal with the human race and the Kryptonian race, and how fear tends to motivate us and brings out all of the ugly in the human race, and we would fear an alien. I'm sorry, that is a fact. Not all of us would be ready to accept it. Not all of us are comic book nerds that are like, oh yes, please, Millennium Falcon, Calgon, take me away. Also, I don't know if anybody saw the Snyder Cut of Justice League, but hashtag restore the Snyderverse. Let's get that bad boy going even more. I mean, I already know it broke some Marvel records for Endgame. Just saying. But I really enjoyed the movie, and I would like to take a few minutes during another video I'll put out later this week. I'll probably live stream it actually on Wednesday, about Lex Luthor and the way Lex Luthor has been portrayed in Batman v Superman, and the Snyder Cut of Justice League, and even the Whedon Cut of Justice League. And I would like to do a small in defense of him. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I cannot stand that character, but I can defend him just a little bit, and I'd really like to hear what you think. So let me know down in the comments. And I don't want to get political or into the whole mess of things, but I just like storytelling and drama, and that would just be my own little theory. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.